Okay, so this is a video intro to my soldering setup, which many of you had requested, and this is how I do my soldering, the SMD. So I haven't soldered for a long time, but recently I started, and I started off trying to solder fine components. So I had to quickly switch over and create this very specific setup. Uh, to zoom in my boards so that I could comfortably solder. So what's there on this? So here we have my camera, which is a Sony Nex 7, and it's a pretty old camera. It's a mirrorless camera, 24 megapixels, and that is paired with a Tamron 90 macro lens. And as you can see, it's mounted on a tripod, and thing is that its HDMI output mirrors the screen, so it has a LCD and it has another electronic viewfinder as well, but the LCD is now going all the way till this 24-inch LG monitor, and as you can see, it kind of nicely blows up everything, right? And on the table I have kept this like magnifying light. It's about, I think, 6 watts or something like that. I had it and I kind of really struggled to solder with that, and rest is my soldering setup, soldering station here. And I have some tweezers and some supplies and whatnot, right? And so the way this works is that this camera with the macro lens, actually already, if you see, it does a decent job of blowing up the PCB because it's like a 1:1 macro lens. So this view is typically good enough to start soldering many SMD components and as well as all through holes, because you get a very cool, you get a direct view of all sorts of components here. You can see that I can easily point to even these SMD pads, right? But kind of really depends on what I want to do at any given point in time. So what I can do is, so right now it's the whole view of the sensor is visible. If I tap this button on the camera, it will zoom in the screen for me, right? And you see that a part of the entire screen is blown up, and it's shown here, but it's really nice. So and this itself is already ridiculous, right? So you can see that, so these components are actually 0603, so that means that the width of this pad is about 3 mils, right? Now width of the component is 3 mils, so this will be a little more than that. But just to give you an idea of the size of this thing, right? So you can see now that, all right. So the tip of this has a width of about 8.8 mm. So the pad is about that size, right? It's just a little more than 3 mils. So 1,000 mils is 1 inch. So this is just a little more than 3 mils, right? So you can see that, the shake of the hands is very clearly visible, but the PCB is tack sharp. And whenever I want, I can, change if I want to focus, or if I want to change focus, I can always do it with this, right? So that always comes handy whenever required. And this is not the maximum layer of zoom which is possible with this. So if I tap this once more, now you can look at how ridiculous the zoom gets, right? So now this is right. So if you see, right, so this is like where is it, right? So that is like 0.8 mm, which is kind of blown into almost 20% of the screen, right? So this is a 24-inch monitor, right? This is a LG 24-inch monitor, and it makes it very easy to do rework, and kind of it can be intimidating sometimes, because no matter how, when you restart SMD soldering after a long time, especially with these very small components that I am doing, right, it's hard to get things right. And now I guess I'm kind of older as well, So you can see that my hands might not be like 100% steady. I mean, when I do this, it's fine. If I press the pad, it's fine. But if you look at it, I don't know, but you can make out, right? You can make out a bit of a shake. So sometimes you need a bit of, what do you say, stabilizing somewhere to do this. But this is great. So you can see, right? And depending on what you're doing, so for example, if I invert the PCB, right, and if I come out of this view, so you can now see that the components will be out of focus, and the way to get them in focus would be like if I turn the zoom ring, it'll get back in focus. So and then I can zoom in again, right, and move the view to wherever I want. Right, now those are all the decaps on the bottom of the board. Then I can, like, you can see the bad quality of my soldering here, right? So really speaking, I've done some great job of soldering in some places, and my soldering this thing is improving now. Technique, I've been watching various videos, but this is pretty good now, right? But I've done some shitty soldering. But the thing is, even though some of the soldering that I've done is really shitty and I know it, this board actually works, right? I kind of destroyed one board partially, if you really look at it. I mean, not too much, but I kind of, if you really look at it, you can see that I have actually destroyed one pad a little bit. So this pin which you see here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th pin, that I have destroyed because you can see the pad is gone, right? So it's a long story about it, but well, yeah, you can see my soldering is not blemishless, but still, this soldering when I did it, the soldering for this QFP 128 package. LQFP 128 package, I was doing it only with this magnifying glass. So there's a magnifying glass on this side and there's a light on this side, and it has if you can see this thing, I soldered it with that. I didn't even use this. So after the frustration of that, I actually went around creating this setup, and that's what I have right now, right? So I have my soldering iron on my bench. I even have a hot air gun, which I don't use much actually. Then I have I keep my on this, I keep the flux. So you need to use generous amount of flux typically on SMD components. It really helps, and this is where I keep the IPA. And these are 3D printed trays which I printed for testing for a friend of mine, but in that I keep components, and I keep my tweezers close by, and 2 sizes of leads. Lead, I think this is about 1 mm thickness, 1 mm dia, and this is 0.3 mm dia. Both of them are lead flux. I mostly, very rarely I'll use some wick as well. So you have sold the wick here. So most of the things I've made sure that it is kind of accessible in the hand. And I actually attach this mobile holder now so that I can actually shoot videos later. It's no fun showing only the setup and not showing what's supposed to how the soldering on it looks like, right? So for that I have done this, and the idea is that with this I'll be able to shoot action, which is real soldering, right? So I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that soon. Beyond that, in terms of conveniences, I have a few more things. So for example, here I have my I have my component boxes. I have a lot of junk here, and I have my IPA and my this thing. So I still have to clean this up. Don't look at it too closely. Right? But in general, I think you get the picture, right? So this is the whole setup, which is a ceramic tile for easy cleaning and resistance to heat, on which I keep the device that needs to be reworked. I have a camera with a macro lens 1:1, and the video feed of the camera is going all the way to the monitor, and it's a sweet soldering station.